I was telling on another tape about us having some chickens, and Don put golf balls under them to see if they would sit on eggs, which they did. So then he had his driver looking for a fresh egg somewhere that he could have the chickens sit on, and maybe we'd have chickens. So he got a half a dozen eggs, and we got 5 nice chickens. Well, one of them was a red island rooster. And as it grew a little bit, it would squawk in the morning, and it would try to go cock-a-doodle-doo, and its voice would crack, and it was quiet, because we weren't supposed to have chickens anyway. But one night, Hassan was sleeping outside because it was a warm night, and he heard something, went out the back gate to the chicken coop and looked in, and there was a snake. He got so excited, he came hammering on the front door, and Don got up to see what was going on, and there stood Hassan in his underwear. You know, Saab, Saab, come, come, come. And he couldn't even talk. He couldn't tell him what was wrong. So Don went out, got down, all 6'4" of them, on his hands and knees, and sticks his head in the chicken coop. And he was face to face with a snake. He almost took the coop and all, get the heck out of there. And he went and grabbed a rake or a hoe or some darn thing. And by this time, the snake had wrapped itself around the rooster. Well, he killed the snake, and Hassan was terrified of snakes. And the chicken was still flopping around, and Don said, well, kill it, we'll eat it. No way was he going to eat that had been touched by a snake. So Don dug a hole and buried that snake, and it was 5 feet long. So the next day, when the trashman and the gardener and the sweeper came, Hassan was digging that damn snake up and being very brave, holding it, because it was almost as big as he was, and then putting it back in its grave.